It's been a whole minute since I've written something of value. By value, I mean real life. It's not always a bad thing. It feels right to take time to reevaluate my intentions or sit with my experiences sometimes. But in this particular case, it's taken me a moment to fully realize the lack of integrity in my reasons for lacking substance. I felt cautious, with many introspective questions in regards to what's appropriate to say, write about, or do, and how it would be perceived by others. I've been called out a few times for my content being too intense. My words about women, or my experience as a woman, has sent a few readers down a tangent defense for men. I'm fully aware of the bullshit stigma that feminists have been placed into. I hesitate to call myself a feminist for this reason. Though my ink bleeds for the rise of women, it really bleeds for equal responsibility and accountability as human beings. There are beautiful women in this world, and there are beautiful men. And we all have issues, and we all need work, and we all have boundaries and truths that need to be recognized and honored. I hold high standards for humans in general. Woman is my language, but human is my form. I've been asked to consider the amount of listeners or readers I will have lost because of my inability to keep my pants on or my unwillingness to backspace on words that feel good to me to use. I've had many questions presented in front of me about the safety of my actions, mostly in relation to my image or the image of the ones connected to me. I fully recognize that this is the shit you subject yourself to when you decide to make your experiences public to the world of infinite judgment. Though it shouldn't be this way, and hopefully, one day, it's not, and we won't have to fight so hard to maintain integrity in our true expression. It doesn't really bother me when people ask questions about my choices as a writer or a person. I don't mind getting personal. That's the point, isn't it? To light the fire? To write for the trash and then let people read it and take nothing, anything, or everything that is of value to their humanism. I would totally take the time to answer questions, ask questions, have a controversial conversation, if I felt like it's of value to the introspection and self-exploration of all parties involved. But often enough to write about it, I find myself in spaces where I'm held up by a question that is only asked out of personal defense rather than an open willingness to listen from a new space. Writing, for me, is a door to the inside. It's an opening, a possibility, a chance for me to get to know the gritty and raw aspects of myself. There are things that will be written here that will go beyond some people's comfort zones, as I too go far beyond my own. This life is not always handstands on the beach or rainbow salads. Sometimes it's crazy uncomfortable infections or self-shaming voices whispering, sometimes roaring in my head. Sometimes it's stupid petty shit. And sometimes it's real, raw life. This paper, or more accurately, this note in my phone, because I'm a millennial, it doesn't always reflect back to me my perfections. But it feels right for me to share them because it feels right to take up space in the world as an authentic human, rather than a false projection of my own fucked up idea of a perfect one. Something that I've been really committed to mastering is the ability to be okay with making others uncomfortable. It goes against the deepest societal programs within me that would have me laying in bed, counting my wrongs and rights like sheep until I fell asleep. There's a massive difference between coming from an understanding or relatable place within an interaction and suffocating or sacrificing aspects of ourselves in order to avoid confrontation. In most situations where I've masked my self-expression, it was because I didn't feel confident enough in my own declaration to stand against resistance. My cop-out for this was, I want to be heard by everyone. I comb out my dreads and cut off my colors because I want to be heard by everyone. I hold my breath and I bite my tongue because I want to be heard by everyone. It's a rabbit hole I've fallen into many times in the past, and I'm calling myself out hard on it because it's a major falsehood. Really, the truth is, I just wanted to be liked by everyone. I found this most to be true with people who I've known for many years. Childhood friends, family, etc. It's understandable. Us humans like to carry files around in our mind, a composition of our past with the person, something to look back on as a way to relate to the present moment, a protective mechanism maybe. We listen from this space of who we've always known someone to be or who we think that they should be or could be or would have been that we forget to look at and listen to the actual being in front of our face. There's more to every story. There always is. It's you your interpretation, your vision, the reels in your mind that someone's words or actions trigger. The space that you fill between this word and the next is your responsibility, not mine. If you don't like the art, if it really doesn't align with you, then don't buy it. Don't subscribe to it. Stop subjecting yourself to it. I'm ready to move on from an internal obligation to prove myself worthy of being heard. There's plenty of space here. Infinite space. You can have yours, and I'll have mine. Decorate your space however you damn well please, and I'll build a fort out of the tapestries over here in my own corner. I have that right, as a human, to sit like a bro with my legs spread and make awkward-sounding dinosaur calls if that's what makes me feel good. I have the right to speak about my personal experience with men, as mostly straight female living in a time of sexist confusion and chaos. I have the right, as a human, to cry in public places or dance down the aisles of a grocery store to an 80s classic. I have the right, as a human, to feel what I feel, and so do you. You are not me. No amount of words could give you enough information about me or anyone else to fully comprehend the essence of who they are. Words are powerful, an undeniable truth. But it's not the words that do the magic. It's the mind that puts the meaning to the words. I can only say what I need to say, and you can only do with it what you will. If I were to only ever write about the comfortable bits, no one would benefit, and I would fade. Maybe if I really did a good job at holding myself on a pedestal, I'd stop losing followers. Or maybe I'd be praised, glorified, by eyes that watch my projection on cyberspace as though I'm some distant dream. I don't want that. I don't want to be a slave to the world of looking good. I don't want to be praised for my ability to play a character. I choose to be recognized fully for my ability to express freely my human nature. I choose to be heard and honored as a woman, a human, a beating heart experiencing this whirlwind of a ride. Not for what I wear, not for how I say things, not for who I've been, not for my outward beauty, but for who I am. My walls, my dark humor, my fear, my strength, my willingness, my sensual mind and my shaming mind, my heartache, my miracles, my meaning. I write from many crevices of my mind, not just the squeaky clean parts. The restless bits, the ego trips, the raging rants, the affirmations, the inspirations, the airy-fairy truths and outrageous ideas. It's all me. I choose to show up fully, to give it all I have, and then leave it all behind. You don't have to understand it. You really don't. Take what serves you and leave the rest. If nothing serves you, leave it all. I know I'm totally full of shit sometimes, but you know what? So are you. And it's all okay. As the seasons change and life rearranges, the world keeps spinning at just the perfect speed to keep us on our feet. And we're here, breathing, with voices to speak, hands to create, hearts to feel, bodies to express, and possibility to roam. This life is an adventure, and these 26 letters are ours to play with. These are the confessions of a writer trying to express the everything that is me and the everything that is you.